I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for our national anthem. Please be seated, everyone. Let me start off by saying good morning. Good morning. And thank you for joining me here today to reflect, remember, and honor and pay tribute to those who lost their lives on the day that we all know will live in infamy, which is defined as a publicly known criminal and evil act. Pearl Harbor was both, was unprovoked, and will always be remembered as one of the most difficult days in our country's history. With so many people being impacted by this event, it is only right and appropriate that we take time on the anniversary of this event, of this evil act, as I should say, and pay tribute to those who lost their lives. Let's also pray for the generations of families who continue to this day grieve and mourn the loss of their loved ones, their brothers, their sisters, their aunts, their uncles, their cousins. They always think about what might have been, what might they would have accomplished if they weren't taken at such a young age. I can personally relate to this. My uncle was stationed in Pearl Harbor. And only by the grace of God, on the day of the attack, he was at sea, shuttling fuel between the mainland and Hawaii. And I always think about what might have been if the unthinkable would have happened to my uncle. And he was my future uncle at the time. He wasn't my uncle. He was very young at the time, and he wasn't married to my father's sister yet. I would have not had my cousin. I would have missed out on all the laughing that he generated with our families because, as I say, my uncle was a character. He was a character. He was always in trouble with my aunt. But he was also responsible for putting all those memories on film. He was the one that had those big bright lights. I don't know if you remember when you used to have the 8mm film. He had the big light bar and he would blind you. But all that, because he was here, we have that on film. We can remember. I can remember my childhood because of his actions. All those memories. Also, the tragedy occurred as all families were preparing for the holiday season. Their holidays were and never will be the same. So much love, joy, potential wiped away in minutes. So I ask all of you to keep these people in your thoughts and prayers as we mark the 77th anniversary of this horrible event, and let all of us pledge never, ever to forget. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge some people that have joined us today. We have Council President Mary Sohar. Thank you, Mary. Council Vice President Anita Greenberg. Thank you, Anita. And Councilwoman at Large Debbie Walker. On my right, we have Matt, Head of Parks and Rec, and our Business Administrator, Hamashu. So thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, at this time, I would like to please have the Old Bridge VFW Post 9468 please rise. Guys, we thank you for your service. We thank you for being here today. And we shall never forget you either. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you. Our Cheesequake VFW Post 6761. I'm going to read a proclamation that we prepared for this day. Today, December 7, 2018, marks the 77th anniversary of the unprovoked attack on our nation over the island of Oahu. More than 2,400 precious lives and much of our Pacific Fleet were lost, yet the ensuing unification of our people proved mightier than the attack that aimed to weaken us. On National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, we pay tribute to the men, women, and children, military and civilian, who lost their lives on December 7, 1941. Honor all who served in the wake of the infamous day, and recognize the sacrifices today's service members each make in the day in the fight against injustice and oppression around the globe. 16 million Americans left behind everything they knew and everyone they loved to fight for freedom far from home and liberate a continent from the grip of tyranny. Courageous individuals from all walks of life crossed oceans and stormed beaches, uplifting a generation and paving the way for our fiercest adversaries to become some of the closest allies. Together, our greatest generation overcame the Great Depression and built the largest middle class and strongest economy in history. Today, with solemn pride and reverence, let us remember those who fought and died at Pearl Harbor, acknowledge everyone who carried their legacy forward, and reaffirm our commitment to upholding the ideals for which they served. Because of their extraordinary valor, America has emerged from this test, as we always do, stronger than ever before. 77 years after the attack, the people of the United States owe a tremendous debt of gratitude to all members of the armed forces who served at Pearl Harbor and in many conflicts that followed in all other battles of World War II. Their selfless dedication and sacrifice will never be forgotten. We stand as a nation dedicated to affirming the inherent dignity of every person. On this day, let us honor the memory of all who gave their lives, and let us resolve to uphold the principles and values of our country, for which generations of brave men and women have fought and sacrificed. Now therefore, I, Owen Henry, Mayor of the Township of Old Bridge, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, together with the Township Council, do hereby proclaim December 7, 2018 as National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, and call upon all citizens to observe the solemn day of remembrance to honor our military, past and present, with appropriate ceremonies and activities in honor of those patriots who died as a result of their service at Pearl Harbor. Thank you. Before we have some more songs, I'd like to say, we're so proud of Old Bridge. As we speak today, the Old Bridge High School Marching Band is in Pearl Harbor, representing our country. So we're very proud of them. It's an honor to be the mayor of a town where a band is playing at Pearl Harbor. So, now we're going to have some additional songs.
God Bless America. And Ward will lead us off, and we ask everybody to help us finish it off. Okay.
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, we will swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful to a land that's fair, as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her to the light with light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Again, I'd like to thank everyone for coming out this morning. We are going to carry the wreath out to our monument, and we'll have a moment of silence there. If anyone wants to join us, they can. I know it's a little cold outside, but then we will return, and we have some refreshments for everyone, and we'll reflect on that, on why we're here today, and why it's so important that we are here today. So, if anyone wants to join us outside, you're welcome.